So, okay, so when did you realize I want to pick up the mic now instead?
Yeah, well, I always liked to dress. I always liked to look good. So I always kept a pair of British. At that time, British Walkers was popping, Plaids was popping, Mark Necks was popping, and fashion was in it. I always liked to look good and represent. So I would always scuff up my sneakers or scuff up my British Walkers because I couldn't resist the temptation whenever I saw a b-boy cipher. And I would end up scuffing up my sneakers or, doing some knee rock and messing up the knees on my plaids. And I couldn't be a fly guy and a b-boy at the same time. So I was like, yo, this b-boying shit is going to have to stop for me because I'm getting too, I'm on some fly guy shit now.
So I'm too fly for this now.
Yeah, I can't be doing this shit no more like that. So, yeah, man, I went to Roosevelt High School. There was a jam going on there. And I didn't know nobody there. I was just like my first jam. You ever going to a jam, seeing guys on microphones, seeing DJing like that? And so I said, damn, I saw these. I think it was a few of the guys, the Kaz and them was on. I think Charlie Chase, Whipper Whip, T-Bone. I remember those guys because I know them now, but back then I didn't know them. But they was pretty much commanding the show. They had mics. They had the crowd throwing their hands in the air. They was dressed well. They was fashioned out. And I was like, yo, that's some powerful shit with that fucking microphone. And they was just doing basic shit. Throw your hands in. They was just doing shit like that. But like I said, I was always articulate. So I already saw myself like I'm going to be writing some rhymes. I'm going to be telling some stories. I'm going to be using my vocabulary and my wordplay to take this whole thing to another level. So, yeah, man, I was like, man, I'm going to pick up one of those mics and become an MC, man. And that's what I did.
Wow. So,
yeah,
right from that moment, do you go and write a rhyme or you just learn to control the crowd?
First of all, I had to go write a rhyme. I had to think of a name because before I could write a rhyme, I had to have a name. So I came up with the name Wizard Wiz. And I liked it that Wiz shit, that fitted me. It was short, it was brief, it had a lot of definition to it, self-explanatory, and it said a lot. So I was like, Wizard Wiz, that Wizard Wiz is what it is. So after I had the name, then I could start writing rhymes because, I had to write the rhymes around my name and stuff like that. Wizard. The rest of my name is Wiz. I had to write around the name. So, yeah, I started writing rhymes immediately. I'll be on the train going somewhere. I got pen and paper with me. I'm writing on paper. I've got a notebook with me. I'm writing.
Wait.
Yeah.
You remember your first rhyme?
I remember. Yo, let me tell you what happened. It's a funny story. It's brothers who know my rhymes better than me from those days. And it's this brother, I don't know if you have the pleasure of meeting him. His name is DJ Holiday. He's from the first era. He's from back in our time. DJ Holiday. At that time, he used to be in the audience watching everything from, Cold Crush, Funk. He was just a DJ and watching, but he came up to me one day. He said, yo, Wiz, man, I still remember your old fucking rhymes. He said, remember that rhyme you used to say about the snail? And I was like, nah, I don't remember that. He was like, it went like this. If you step on the snail, you squash his head and his tail, and this is how you would feel if you were ever in jail. Imagine you jump in bail, steal a boat and go sail, but cops are hot on your trail. You're looking skinny and frail. You're feeling pretty. And he started going on about, I said, oh, shit. And he taught me my own rhyme all over again because I had forgot that shit.
That's crazy, man. Wow.
Yeah. I had forgotten that shit, but he remembered and ran it down to me, man. I was like, wow, man, I felt honored about that. Yeah. But yeah, that was the rhyme. If you step on the snail, you squash his head and his tail. And this is how you would feel if you were ever in jail. Or Mac, you jump in bail, steal a boat and go sail. But cops are hot in your trail. You're looking nervous and pale. You're feeling skinny and frail like the head of a nail. All I got to say, hey kid, you better not fail. Cause if they ever catch you by a hint or a clue, then you look for the lady with the hole in the shoe. I heard she dabbles with spirits, ghosts, and voodoo. She can mix a potion of magic brew, then turn something old back to brand new. She can turn a Puerto Rican into a Jew. But there is one thing that she can't do: stop people from calling her witchy poo. That was my first rhyme. That was my first
Yo,
rhyme. Yeah, real talk.
that's crazy, man. So okay, so you start writing rhymes, and then what happens from there?
I start getting clientele. I start getting recognized because first of all, I was a solo MC. Second of all, I was lyrical. I was telling stories. I was telling stories like that. And other guys was just basically doing, yes, yes, y'all, to the beat, y'all. You don't stop. Keep on. If I rock the road, then you roll your rock. They was just that
Right.
basic foundation. But I was coming with
Because there's two
stories.
different ways of being the MC, right? You got to be the party rocker, or you be the one to really be on the lyrical to
Yeah,
make people think. Like you
yeah,
was going down that route with the storytelling.
absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't do any other way. I couldn't do anything less than that, but, put my creativity to work. So yeah, I was telling stories. I was doing wordplay. I was getting great responses. Kaz is one of my biggest students. Kaz used to watch me and sit there and record me in the jams and everything. He used to have all my tapes. I think he got shit about me I don't even know that he got. But yeah, he was one of my students. He used to sit right there, man, and just watch me because I was totally different from everybody else. And I was confident, cocky, and strong. I was strong, intimidating at those times. And I walked alone. And when I got on that mic, I represented that. So those little elements to somebody and some people who's looking on the outside, they collect all that information, and they draw a conclusion about you within their own mind. So yeah, that's it.
Was there a lot of battling going on at that time, like rap battles?
For me, there was because I would, dudes would want to challenge me. Well, I had a couple of local battles. It's nothing major. Little dudes that think they want to try their luck with you. Come up, yo, man, I'll battle you right now. You would have to represent and shit like that. I went through a few of those growing up, but it was never no competition because I was always ahead of my time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I never had no problems with that. I used to like that because I knew I was ahead of my time. So, and I always kept the arsenal of rhymes and things that I knew that other people wasn't even thinking like this. They ain't even thinking about this level of thinking that I'm on. So yeah, I was kind of cocky with it. And yeah, I was always confident.
But at that time, the battles was more like who had the best rhyme versus like making it personal disses about each other, right?
Well, it depended on what the battle was about. Some people, like I had a battle for my name. Like some dude wanted my name Wiz. And, we had to go at it for the name Wiz. And, he had to pull his drawers down in front of everybody right there in the corner. Once I smashed him, the whole thing, you got to pull your pants down to be embarrassed, and I'm taking your name. So, some dudes battle for, I know that's what I had to battle for, for the name and just for people thinking they wanted to try my skills and shit like that. But back in those days, it wasn't really a lot of battling going on. I can't really until Mo D came with the Busy Bee thing, and that was pretty much a highlight of battling back in those days. But prior to that, it really wasn't no battling. It was just everybody just wanted to get on the mic and show their skills. It really
Right.
wasn't no battling shit like that going on like that. Everybody just wanted to come under the ropes and get on the mic.
So how old were you when you wrote the first rhyme?
I had to be about 13. I think I was about 13, something like that. Yeah, because I just started smoking cigarettes at that time. So I was feeling real, real manly. And I started smoking cigarettes and shit. And, I was writing, that's when you start messing with girls then, you start smoking cigarettes, you you start being introduced to other things and shit like that. And so, yeah, man, that's what it was, man. That's what it was.